Natalie here today, and I want to get you into the summer scrapping mood. And I'm working on a Life Crafted Traveler's Notebook album, and I'm going to do 2 summer spreads with really different vibes and feels. And so the first thing is I like to match my photos with some paper. So what you can see here is these photos are very peachy. They are sunset colors. They are edited to be orange. I mean, they were already orange, so I enhanced that in the editing. So I went with this new die cut collection from Stamperia called Amazonia, and I hope I'm saying that right. It might be Stamperia, I'm not really sure, but I'm pairing that with this Kaisercraft Native Breeze collection because it has all those really rich Amazon colors, the oranges and the pinks. So I'm just going through the chipboard die cuts here, and they're so gorgeous, and they're very natural, and they're very thick. I really can't wait to use some of them on like a 12 by 12 page as well, but I'm going to make some of the pieces work here in this smaller album. So I have this orange graph kind of grungy background. It's a Heidi swap from a really long time ago. So I'm going to cut it down to the Life Crafted size and let that be a full size spread, and then the other page is going to be 2 3x4 cards. So I have this picture of a sunset, and I want to make that go all the way across the page. But I realized that if I cut off some of the sky, that it would make it just more appealing for the proportions of the page. So that's what you're about to see me do. And I don't go ahead and trim it down just because I do want to make sure that it's running off the page on both sides. So I didn't want to trim too much. And I wanted to ensure that like a good portion of the palm trees were showing. So here is just a darker piece of paper from that Native Breeze collection because there are a lot of dark images in my photos. So I just wanted to kind of bring those out, and then I'm going to add in a like sunset kind of colored page just to make the pinks pop. So I'm roughing up the edges and making just little borders to go above and below my sunset photo. And they're all going to just hang off of the side of that page, and then I'll trim them all together at the same time, so everything will be flush up against the side of the page. So as I was saying earlier, I just tried to edit these photos to really go with the orangey and pink colors that are in this collection. And what you'll see in the next layout that I make is that I wanted to use the brighter colors in the Sunkissed collection from Coco Vanilla Studio. So I edited my photos really bright and made sure that the blues of the ocean shone really bright. So definitely editing your photos can really lend to making a continuity in your scrapbooking. So there's one of the big chipboard pieces from the Amazonia collection. It is a palm leaf. So I paired that with a few additional palm fronds cut with my Sizzix Big Shot out of cardstock, and I just like to tuck those in. I love lots of layers, and so my title is going to span across both spreads, so it will be another thing to tie the 2 pages together. It's going to be Salty State of Mind, and this was our dinner the first night we went on vacation. I think it was the first night. So I'm using those, I think the Pink Fresh Studios. Yes, those are puffy alphas from Pink Fresh Studio, and just chose out like the oranges and pinks and greens out of them. And I'm going to set them atop this little medallion I cut out with my Sizzix as well, and layer that on top of additional palm fronds, and end up adding like this gorgeous yellow orchid that is from the die cut collection as well. I say die cuts, I think they're called die cuts, but they're really pieces of chipboard because they're very thick. So you'll see me slip that behind this medallion in a moment. There it is. But I just loved it matched the yellow paper well, and just the warm colors that we were going with the sunset colors there. So that's about it for this page. I'm gonna add some stamping. I'll do that off camera, just a little line to say where we ate dinner that night. When I do my travel albums, I don't typically do a ton of journaling on every page because it is more of just this is what we did every day for a week on our vacation, because it's very much out of the normal of what we normally do. But I don't necessarily have a story to tell for every photo like I typically do with my scrapbooking. And those, that word salty is cut with a iCrafter die that my friend Sarah Scraps got me into, because it is called Heather, which is the name of my favorite Pinkfresh Studio die. So now I have two favorite dies that are called the Heather Alpha, which I find funny. So there's the one page. Then we're going to flip right on over to the next page and build an additional layout using Cocoa Vanilla Studios Sunkissed collection. This collection is so bright and fun. I had these photos of my kids in the ocean, so I immediately kind of had the song come to my head. I think it's a song, Where the Ocean Meets the Sky. So I used that same Heather Alpha die from iCrafter to cut the word sky and ocean. And then I used one of my favorite Concord and Knights cut out dies just to do white kind of for the words that I didn't need to stand out as much. And that title all sewn down is super simple, but it makes a big impact on this page. And you could easily translate this design to a 12 by 12 page and have just the same amount of impact. The Sunkissed collection has a whole ephemera pack full of florals only, which is fabulous. So I cut a orange floral in half to bring out the oranges and pinks that I put in the main words of my title, and to bring the orange from the top left-hand corner up there where I'm going to put my journaling block down to the right side of the page. So this is just a fun little stamp that I recently received, and I'm going to ink it up with Tim Holtz Flamingo Kitsch, sorry, not quiche. I do love quiche though. And that's just going to be my little journaling block. And I'm going to fill in with a palm tree icon. And then the bottom thing says destination, which obviously we were at the same destination for the entire album. So I just put the word escape because that's what we're doing. We're escaping, and you don't always have to be so literal with your stamping, right? So now I'm just going in and embellishing with some of the cardstock and puffy stickers from the Sunkissed collection. Don't be afraid to layer those stickers on top of your photos. I love layers. Like I said before, I even layered my title on top of my photo over there on the right. So that definitely brings cohesion to a page. I'm also going to use the other half of that floral die to just kind of frame behind my journaling bit there. And again, it brings cohesion between the two little layouts. So that's it. I hope that you have been inspired by some of my summer scrapping that I'm doing. Every time we get to thinking about a new vacation we're going to take, I get really encouraged to try and finish up my vacation album from last year. So that's what I'm doing here. So make sure you check out the Cherry on Top blog today. I'm going to link that down below, as well as with my affiliate link if you'd like to go shopping. And thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Bye, y'all.